Hi, my name is Victor Heng Jun Hung, and today I want to demonstrate how to prepare to use a soldering iron and a sucker. So what I have here is the soldering iron, a sucker, a soldering cream, and a piece of metal for soldering purposes. Now the first step is the soldering iron must be plugged in by its power source, and the power will be turned on. I have an extension over here. As a disclaimer, please remember that for soldering iron, it's automatically turned on once the switch is on. That means that the soldering iron will heat up and potentially injure someone that comes in contact with the iron part. This part basically. Next step. A wet sponge, or in this case, the soldering cream, right here, must be prepared and must always be ready on the standby, so that the soldering cream may be used from time to time to clean the soldering iron. Next up, the tip of the soldering iron must be wiped with a wet sponge or the cream, or the soldering cream I mean, before soldering. Also, a little solder is melted by the use of the soldering iron to make sure the soldering iron is hot enough. You can see the smoke is coming out of the soldering iron, which means that temperature is hot enough. After that, the soldering iron must be held like a pan, something like this, and the soldering iron is ready to be used. Another disclaimer, please remember that when the soldering iron is not in use or planning to be used, the power source must be turned off to avoid injuries. Also, touching the tip of the soldering iron even after the power source has been turned off is highly not recommended, as the soldering iron needs time to cool down, and basically just leave it be, or in a place where no one else can reach it. Normally when a soldering iron is bought, it comes with a stand that allows the user to basically put the soldering iron inside the stand to avoid anyone making contact with it. The viewer discretion is advised. Lastly, in order to use the sucker, this spring here must be pushed down to the end until a click sound can be heard, and the sucker is ready and must be on the standby. The tip of the sucker is aimed at the excess solder, and once this button is pushed, the sucker will do its job. That is all there is to the process and procedure of how to prepare to use a soldering iron and a sucker. I hope no one got hurt using the soldering iron, and to always clean up after themselves after using it.